Candlewick on Brilliance Audio presents Born Scared by Kevin Brooks. Performed by Matthew Froh. My fear pills are yellow, which isn't a bad colour for me. Red is blood and Santa's. Black is death. Blue is the drowning sea. Yellow is cheese and bananas. And pills. I don't know why I call them fear pills. They're anti-fear pills, really. I'm chronically afraid of almost everything. Sometimes I think I can remember being scared when I was still in my mother's womb. It's not much more than a distant feeling, really, and I have no idea what I could have been frightened of in there, or how, in my unformed state, I could have perceived it. Unless... It's probably more accurate to say that I sometimes think I can remember being scared. It's probably more accurate to say that I sometimes think I can remember being scared when we were still in our mother's womb. There were two of us in there, me and my sister, Ella May. We were twins, and I know in my heart that my embryonic fears, if that's what they were as much Ella May's as they were mine. We were scared, together. We were as one, as we still are now. And perhaps we knew what was coming. Perhaps we were frightened because we knew one of us was dying. No, I don't think that's it. I don't think any of us knows what death is until it's explained to us. And the strange thing about that is that although there must be a pivotal moment in all our lives when we find out for the first time that all living things die, and that at some point in the future our own life will come to an end, I certainly can't remember the moment when I found out, and I'd be surprised if anyone else can either. Which is kind of weird, don't you think? What I can remember, though, is the effect that moment had on me. I don't know how old I was at the time, 4, 5, 6, but I clearly remember lying in bed at night with my head beneath the covers, trying to imagine death. The total absence of everything. No life, no darkness, no light. Nothing to see, nothing to feel. Nothing to know. No time or where or when. No, nothing. Forever and ever and ever and ever. It was terrifying. It still is. Lying there for hours and hours, staring long and hard into the darkness, searching for that unimaginable emptiness. But all I ever see is a vast swathe of absolute blackness, stretching deep into space for 1,000 million miles. And I know that's not enough. I know that when I die there'll be no blackness and no 1,000 million miles. There won't even be nothing. There'll be less than nothing. And the thought of that fills my eyes with tears. But sometimes it feels as if that memory doesn't belong to me, that it happened to someone else, or maybe I read about it in a book or something, a story about a mixed-up kid who lies in bed at night trying to imagine death. And I identified with it so much that, over time, I gradually convinced myself that I was that mixed-up kid, and his imaginations were mine. Not that it makes any difference, I suppose. A memory is a memory, wherever it comes from.